One late evening in the winter of 1984, a woman known in the medical journals only as AB sat down to read a book. It had been a long day. She had just finished putting the kids to bed, and her husband was due home in an hour. She wanted nothing more than to just get lost in her favorite novel. Shortly after opening the book to the page where she'd left off, she heard a voice in her head. It was clear as day. "Please don't be afraid," it said. "I know it must be shocking to you to hear me speaking to you like this, but this is the easiest way I can think of. My friend and I used to work at the Children's Hospital, Great Ormond Street, and we would like to help you." It was as if someone was in the room with her. The voice was right. It was truly shocking. AB put the book away and went to lay down. She had always been healthy. Never in her 40 years had anything like this happened. Rarely had she even gone to the doctor, and certainly she had never heard voices. She hoped it was lack of sleep or stress. She did have a lot going on lately. The next morning, she woke up, and it didn't really give her another thought. She had a fun day planned with her husband and the kids. She didn't want to worry anyone about whatever that was. But later that day, the voices continued. There were two of them now, and they were talking to her. "To help you see that we are sincere," they said, "we would like you to check out the following." And it listed a series of case studies she'd never heard of. And she looked into them, and every single one turned out to be accurate. Maybe her subconscious knew something that her conscious mind just couldn't remember, but AB started to think that she was going crazy. She went to the doctor, and he recommended her to a psychiatrist. And AB was diagnosed with functional hallucinatory psychosis. The treatment and therapy, things improved and the voices went away. The family decided to take a much needed vacation. They packed up the children and went on a trip to the country. The plan was to sip poolside while the children played. After the year they had with doctors and voices, and they were happy to have some time away. AB was happy to start feeling sane again. The voices were gone, but that's when it happened. "Return to England, her home, at once," the voices in her head told her. "You are gravely ill and you need help. There is a mass in your brain." This time it was crisper than before, crisper than it had ever been, and as much as she wanted to ignore it, she couldn't. The voices even gave her an address, someone who could help her. When she did return home, she looked that address up, and it turned out to be a place that did CT scans. She walked in and tried to schedule an appointment, but that's not the way it works. She needed a referral from a doctor. Her psychiatrist just wanted to increase her meds, but something about the voice bothered her. She was insistent that they give her this scan. Maybe it was just to placate her, but her doctor finally got her the referral, and it was discovered that she had a left posterior frontal mass. She had a tumor. The voices had been right. Surgery was scheduled shortly after, and the doctors removed the mass in her brain. She said that as she was recovering from the anesthesia, she heard the voices one last time. "We are pleased to have helped you. Goodbye." A follow-up with her 12 years later, and she was still voice-free.